running its own and mine. Thoughts come to me and fade away. Constant dreams I've always had.
Hey guys, Nick up here at Maple Motors in Hendersonville, Tennessee, and today we're going for another test drive. This is a 1970 Chevelle. It's got the 5.7 350 under the hood. No power steering on this one, no power brakes, electric fan. Really quiet motor. It's got disc brakes in the front. It's got drum in the rear and dual exhaust out the back. So what we do up here at Maple Motors, we buy and sell cars pretty much every day. We run through about 60 cars a month, and we try to tell you all the flaws. We don't have time to fix everything. That's why I do these videos. So we're gonna go over every little issue that I can find. That way you know exactly what you're getting before you get here. So check us out, maplemotors.com. I have financing, I have shipping available. Also have about 100 detailed pictures, inside out and underneath. And let's see what we can find here. So go ahead and hit subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and all the social media networks under Maple Motors. For now, it's about that time. Let's go for a ride. Before we take off, let's look around the interior, check some stuff out. A little game we like to play on the channel. You think that horn works? We'll be testing it out here in just a moment. You can see they made a little box for the shifter here. Got bucket seats. Looks like they're aftermarket. Tuner effects. Carpet in this one looks pretty good. Missing your ashtray there. You got a couple switches on the dash. We'll be testing them out, see what they do. Coming across the dash pad here. It's not all messed up. It is sitting a little high here. Needs to be pulled back down. As far as starting up, starts up good. She's nice and quiet. Try our blower motor. I don't believe it's working. Wipers should be on right now. Nope, there they go. So they're working. Let's see if we can get them cut on. It was all the way over to the right. Yep, there we go. I feel like that's backwards. The switch is backwards. Coming across the back seat. Looking around, just checking everything out. Got my bag back there. Look at the below in the description to see all the gear. Looks like we're missing some speaker grills in the package tray. Headliner in this one. Not too bad. Still got the lens on the light. Visors look pretty good. Let's try that horn. Did you place your bets? Horn does not work on this one. I'm gonna leave those switches on. We'll be checking everything as far as oil pressure. It's not hooked up. Engine temperature, it should be up right now, but we'll be watching it throughout the test drive to make sure. One thing we're gonna do is stop and get some fuel. Let's hit the road, see how she runs and drives. What's up, guys? All right, we're getting ready to take off down the road. Anything I see, I will let you know. I had a pretty good trip this last week with snowmobiling. Went about 400 and something miles on them too, so I had my fair share. All right, let's go ahead and hit the road and see how she runs and drives. Waiting on him to jump out of the way there. Okay, so this one does not have power steering. Be a little bit easier if we had an oversized steering wheel. The brakes on it seem like they're stopping pretty good. Definitely want to check that before we pull out of the lot. No, one thing, coming from up there, it was in the negatives. I won't be complaining about the cold for the rest of the year here in the videos. I'm over that. Here we go. It's actually going pretty straight down the road. If anything, the road's kind of slanted and it's pulling us to the right. Brake wise, nobody's behind us. Manual brakes, but they're stopping pretty good. Speedometer's coming up, seems to be working right. It's got good pep for a 350, big heavy car. A little hesitation when you mat it to the floor. The kickdown's not linked up and hooked to the carburetor, so you see that hesitation when I floor it. If I ease into it though, it doesn't do that. temperature gauge to come up. That's something that I would like to see hooked up in every car, but this one's not working yet. Turn signals, they're popping up on both sides of the dash. Seem like they're working. And of course, throughout the video, I'm going to do an undercarriage shot after this, and before I drive over, we'll check the front turn signals and the rear. Let's pull up to the gas pump, put about $20 worth of fuel, and the gas gauge, I'm going to say it's disconnected as well. It's all the way past full. But I want to know that we have fuel, so we're going to get some right now. I'll be right back. Okay, up here at the gas station, I put about $20 worth of fuel in this ride. And we know the gas gauge don't work because it was past full. Put the gas in right here behind the tag. Let me try to put this cap back on. This cap was real tight. I'm gonna use both hands here in a second. We'll go ahead and get her started up and keep this test drive rolling. Yeah, so the gas gauge hasn't moved at all. It's just pinned past full. And temperature gauge and oil pressure has not come up yet, so that's not connected. Let's keep rolling. Super view. All right, what that means is I got you on the widest possible lens that my GoPro offers, and it kind of gives you a good expanded shot of the car. I noticed they put new window cranks on here, and this is very silky, so they've already got that oiled and greased up right, which is good. All right, so temperature gauge is not hooked up on this one. Oil pressure's not coming up at all. They don't work, but this car's staying nice and cool. I did a complete walk around in the parking lot here, and I'm getting ready to put that at the end of the video. So not to confuse you, but we're heading back to the lot now and complete this test drive. There's a little bit of slack in the steering on this one, and that's due to not having power steering. A lot of times when they don't have power steering, they do leave a little bit of slack there for it. It also seems to have new mounts for the visors. There's a lot of little new parts all over this car. So I need to tighten that up, and I didn't have my screwdriver set. I guess somebody took it out of my bag while I was gone. The hesitation has gotten a lot better the more I let it run. Talking about when I floor it and it hesitates. You seen how fast it snapped out of it just then. Try the brakes again. Stop just like manual brakes, exactly like they're supposed to. Suspension's a little stiff. But overall, the car sounds pretty good, runs and drives, shifts out well, and has a good braking system that will get you stopped every time, it seems like. Oh man, a big rut in the road there. All right. Okay guys, getting ready to get turned around, head back to the lot. Don't forget, Brian's Motorsports is right down the road. They're a full customization shop. You want to check them out, briansmotorsports.com. A lot of people are buying cars from us and they'll bring them down here and get the interior work on. They'll get the horns fixed. They do a lot of little stuff to the cars before they get them shipped out, and he's the guy to do it. He does a lot of SEMA shows. He's got his own YouTube channel as well, and a lot of social media. So check him out, briansmotorsports.com. That way, if you do need to get some of this stuff fixed after you buy a car from us, he can do it before we ship it to you. You can see down there on that kick panel, it looks like somebody spray painted it, and it's got a lot of flake popping up on it. Same with this side, somebody spray painted it at one point. Okay, made it back to the lot, getting ready to do the full walk around on this one. Stick around, I'll be right back with you. Okay, so now we're going for the wide lens here on the walk around. It kind of, you know, opens everything up to where I don't miss anything, and I feel like it gave a better view of the car. What we're going to be doing is walking around, point out chips, scratches, and flaws. We're going to be going down the lower portions, back to midsections, over the tops, check the interior out, and start her up. I'll also be listening to the motor and checking the trunks out. Look at maplemotors.com for financing, 100 detailed pictures, and shipping. We have that all available at our main website. And of course, every Monday we update with new cars on maplemotors.com, so be sure to check that out. But let's go ahead and get started here. All right, coming around on the front. Looks like the bumper's got some pitting. It's got some age to it. See a little bit on the top there. A little hazy. The grill's got a spot right there. Some chips. You see how the wide angle like stretches the lens a little bit, but you can really see everything. A bit of yellow under there. Looks like you got some wax on the front that I just wiped off. Tires great shape, Riddler wheels coming up over the fender here. What do we got there? Looks like that's wiping off too. You got a lot of chips on the inside of that door. Coming down that lower portion, there's a couple bubbles right in the front. Got chips at the bottom here. A couple imperfections in the paint there. Little bubbles coming up over the fender. It's like a little hazy spot there. Back bumper on this one's the same as the front. It's got pitting, little spots popping up here and there. Your tail light's got some cracks in them where they're not in perfect shape. Coming back down that mid section, it's like some lines in the paint. It's been faded. There's a little dirt we picked up on the test drive, light scratch there, that should come out. Orange peel in the door. Door handle's in good shape. I think most of your chips and stuff are going to be right here in the corner. Little spots on top there, little indentions. You got a crack right here. Went up over your fender. Got a couple bubbles popping up on your pillar right there. Haziness on your mirror. Car used to be yellow. The trim and stuff looks pretty good. Weather stripping's older, but it's still in good shape. Go chip there. Couple dimples in the back here. Looking over the roof. Front windshield's in good shape. Your arms there got a little rust on them. Windshield wipers look like they have some new parts, have some new motors put on it. Let's go ahead and check out the trunk now. Let's see where that's been patched up there. See where a roll bar was in here at one point. Missing some speakers on that side. A little bit of surface rust where moisture was laying down in the trunk. You got some holes over here. Okay, the seal around the edge there, older, but it's still working. You can see a little bit of rust up in the around that seal. Trunk lid itself, decent shape. Okay, let's get the mat and throw it back in there. This mat's brand new. Have to get her straightened out when we get back to the lot. It actually shuts pretty good, lines up nice. Little bubble popping up here. You got some scuffs on top of the trunk lid. Coming back down this side, lower portion first. Little scratches right there in the corner. You got some bubbles popping up underneath that paint right there in the corner here. Also right there in the corner of the door. A couple chips. Picking up some dirt, aren't we? Edge of the door there has got some chips. Just like the driver's side. Little spot there. And some scuffs right here. Chrome looks good on the door handles. Scratches there. Chips around here on your rear signal light side markers where the yellow is coming back through. Little pitting on your back window trim. You also got some overspray right here. Little bubble on your pillar. Crack up here. Bubble on top. Also right here. And right around the back section here, you can see where it's kind of bubbled up. I do try not to miss anything. We go over every part on the car that I see. And I look around this car with you, so I haven't actually looked at it prior. There's bubbles right there. A good example of that is I've been gone. I haven't even, this is my first day back to work. I've seen 9 cars that we picked up and put on the website, and I'm learning about them right now. I'm gonna be doing that the rest of the week, all 9 cars that we listed today. And that's test driving all. We do this in every video. It makes it more real. I mean, it's just like I came and looked at the car to buy myself. You know, I'm finding little stuff like that popping up. Just using my eyes for your own. That way, you know what you're getting into before you get here. Let's go ahead and check out the interior now. And we'll get her started up. So I noticed they put these aftermarket seats in here. And they're pretty comfortable. The passenger seat does have a couple little rips in the bottom of it though. It's pretty much all I see on it. Driver's seat is in good shape. The carpet has been changed out, but they did mess up while cutting it. I put in a lot of carpet in these cars. Back when I used to do that for a job, but it they messed up on that corner, didn't they? I bet what they did is it had a roll bar. Let's see. Looks like new metal there too. Yeah, it's glued down. But yeah, they got new metal under there, so that's good. Probably had a roll bar at once and they got it all fixed back up. I'd say they had a real hot motor in this car at one time too. That looks like just like a crate 350. It says 5.7 on the back, doesn't even have the numbers. It's not a bad thing. It's a good, reliable motor. Door panel on this, pretty good shape. It does have some rust on your handle here. Brand new window crank. And I noticed the window was nice and smooth. Your seal around your door, it's showing some age, but it still looks pretty good. Edge of your door there does have some bubbles popping up. Let's just reach in, turn the key. That's what's good about a 350 like that. You just turn in and start it. Kind of like the starter was a little loud there though. Motor's nice and smooth. Hear that fan kicking on and off up here. But she's still cool. Not a hot motor at all. And we drove. I mean, I've been doing this about 30, 45 minutes now. Let her sit for the walk around. That's about it. She's staying cool. The fenders look nice. Under the hood looks good. Got some chips on the edges. Coming down with the hood. Little stiff, so you want to rock it. You don't want to bend it. And it shuts down pretty good. Sitting a little high on your back hinges there. The wide lens makes it look kind of funny, don't it? See how high it's sitting there? I think the hood is bent. Yeah. Looks like it is right there in the middle. High on the front too. Yeah, I think that's what's happened. The front's sitting better and the back's sitting better, in the middle a little bit bent, so that's gonna have to be moved back. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, check out all the other videos. We update with new cars every Monday, and we have a playlist on here showing you cars currently available. I leave previous inventory on there for customers. They do like that, and it also shows that we get all kinds of cars in. One week we may have a whole bunch of cars that are under 30 grand, from $59.50 to $29.9. And then some weeks we put a bunch of cars on that are 50 grand and up. It just kind of depends on what comes in. We're not really picky. We like to look around. If it's a deal, we'll buy it, and we try to share those deals. We don't have a crazy markup here. If you've noticed, actually a lot of people that have sold the cars, they really think, oh, well, they're gonna mark it up 10 grand. That's not us. It's not what we do. We like high volume, and we tell you all the flaws. That's why we don't fix anything here. Keep the price down. With that being said, give us a call, 615-822-4444. Check out maplemotors.com. We have an email address. You can email us cars if you're wanting to sell. If you want to buy, pretty much anything you want to do. We do trades as well. Don't forget to hit subscribe, share, hit like. That helps me out, and I'll continue to make these videos. With that being said, I'll see you on TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook, because I'm going to be posting videos about this car on there as well, completely different from what I got going on here. All right, guys. See you later.